The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Previously on Stone to Space, we began our story creating a small settlement. We then moved to a new area under the watchful eye of the king. After gaining the king's approval, we then began cultivating Shady Acres. This was the end of Chapter 1. As we began Chapter 2, we started creating our third new town. We also began our first side story, focusing on a citizen named Cody Stone. We then went back to our main city and continued growing it. We practiced our traffic management by providing people with ways to get to their destinations in multiple cities around the world. We continued growing our population, created a shopping center, and our transportation network ended up earning us a bit of money over time. For our next side story, we traveled to another brick in the mall to create a shopping center focused on a fast food restaurant within our city. After getting close to going bankrupt, we then traveled to a new place, learning different food recipes and starting our new restaurant. We continued growing the city by adding multiple tree farms up on a hill, more to our education system, and also general population growth, like a new neighborhood. We then took 50 days to build up a trading card shop. We continued to grow our population. We also moved around the different types of industries we had close to the downtown area. And we also bought up more map tiles so that we could move our main industrial area further away from the downtown area. Our second to last side story took us to Hitman, Word of Assassination. In Hitman, we followed Agent 47 as he took out wanted people within our city. We then went to Prison Architect to create our city's prison that would be strong enough to hold 600 prisoners and Agent 47, the most dangerous hitman our town has seen. After the city's prison was completed, we then watched Agent 47 complete his final mission, which ended up with him getting caught and thrown into prison. We then added to the city by making a hospital, upgrading our service and transportation areas, making a high school and city park, row housing to finish off downtown area, and we also moved our farming to 2 different new farmlands, the first of which we created a small town around. We then started our final side story by going back to another brick in the mall and creating a mall for our city. We started with a grocery store selling every item and then branched off into an actual mall with small stores selling niche goods, as well as having some specialty buildings. Halfway through creating our mall, we took a detour to a software company that was earning money by programming multiple things. At the end of the company, we had created 2 video games that would be sold to our mall as arcade games for our machines. Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. We are in Chapter 2, The Modern Era. Today we are playing Shapez 2. Alright, so this game is Shapez 2. It is a factory-like building game where you bring different shapes and colors together to make different tasks. And it is the second iteration of the game, so this is 3D. The first game was just a 2D platform. So what we're going to do is we're going to start a new game. And we'll just go in. Now, it doesn't seem to have saved my original save. I did play this once when it first came out. And you have to agree to this, apparently. Thank you for signing up. You did sign up, right? Either way, the Vortex requires me to evaluate your factory operator skills before issuing your operator badge. Simply deliver the requested shapes as efficiently as possible. That's it. I might reward you with new upgrades and technologies based on your performance. And you can have as many buildings as you want, but please don't damage them. I still need them for the next participant. Okay, so there is a small tutorial. It says place extractors. The whole thing that we're doing is we're bringing stuff from here and putting them in here. This is where we sell our things. A lot of people consider it as the dumpster. And as you can see on this right here is the shape that it makes. So these are land extractors. As you can see, there's a different shape here. We would place this large extractor on that, and then it looks like this. There's also squares, and somewhere there's other shapes. There's shapes here. These are 2 different shapes put together. This is the first color. Looks like we have red. And if we zoom out even further, we get the large map. So we only have to focus here. Now I think this is painted or it's an empty box. So we go in here Place extractors on these. Now I want to rotate them facing outwards. We'll place 4 there. Then we get the availability for this. I already know how to do this. How do I click out of view? So we go to here. It builds a bridge over where it just shoots them across, and then we put them in here. And that's it for our first task. Place anchors with C while dragging the belt. Oh, that's how we do different corners. If I go like this, that gets rid of the task. Open the knowledge panel to review past instructions. Close out of this now. Your goal is shown below. These are our goals. Deliver requested circles, and then we unlock certain things. So they are coming down the belt. Now, I don't think there is a fast forwards. I think the speed is based on the belts. We do unlock different belts later on, I think. So as one goes in, one shows up here. It's as they get shot off. And then later on, we'll have to change them to make them look like different shapes. We did unlock the cutter, so now we're going to get into cutting our shapes to look different. So now we need a half circle and a square. So what we're going to do is grab this belt. We're going to delete that. And what we're going to do is put a cutter on here. Now, they come in one direction, they leave a different one. So we will cut right there. And then put this belt back on. It doesn't matter that the square or the circles are still there. What we can do is actually move these out a bit. What I'm going to do is bring you like this and then in here. That's the wrong way though. Can I turn you around like that? I can. Look at that. Get rid of you. I want cutters rotated. I press R. Put a bunch here. We can't put one there because it's a bent belt. What we're going to do... Yes, I know. I know I can split and merge. Put them there. Delete this cutter. Delete this. We want you to come up this way. And then we want another cutter here. Actually, we don't want this many cutters. I think we only need 2 to split evenly. Yeah, they're going slow enough that they're splitting correctly. Or maybe not. Can we do more than 2? Because they're getting backed up. I think we could do more than 2. Let's see if we can keep up with 3. I wanted to automatically put 4, but I don't know if it can keep up with 4. If the lines get backed up, then it definitely can do 4. Does look like it's slowly getting backed up. We'll let it go anyway. We're almost done this. We're about halfway. So now we're going to come over here onto the squares. Oh, that was an autosave. Okay. Now, I don't know what the arrow is about. Why are you pointing over here? What? Oh, it wanted us to put the cutters here. Oh. Here, let me just do that and then put the belts. That gets rid of the task. And now it wants us to go over to this square spot. So let's come over here. We'll put the extractors. Then they only need to be brought over. We'll go like this. We'll go like this. Bring it in. And then shoot them into here. Now, it wants us again to do these squares, or circles. So we have to rotate them, and then cut them once again. So we're actually going to ignore that and come over here instead. I want that belt to come out. So we're going to rotate it like this, because it only needs to be rotated once. And then we're going to have our belts. I guess like this. And then our cutters. And then bring this way. Then we'll bring this all the way in. And it's going to want me to place these in here before this little thing goes away. Or it's going to keep it there. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe if I cover all the spaces, it goes away? No? How do I get rid of tutorial? I don't want this here. Settings, probably? There we go, turn tutorial off. We're able to figure this out. Okay. So let's grab this guy and bring it over here and get rid of that. This should all come in here and go the correct way. Ooh, they're going upside down. So we actually want this to be rotated 3 times. It doesn't matter that they're the wrong one. It just won't go through correctly. So if we get rid of these 2, we'll put them back in over here. And in this spot, we'll do this. Eventually, we will get a rotator that goes the opposite direction, but for right now, we don't have it unlocked. Now, we did unlock something else with the squares, and it looks like for right now, they just want to cut. Let's bring them back this way. And put the cutters in, and then bring them back in, and get rid of this. So they should all be cut sideways. They are not. I don't know why it's cutting it that way. And space brings it out to there. If we delete this, why is it cutting here? Because now we need to rotate it 3 times. If we do that, does it go to the right spot? It should. There's a Fennison in chat if anyone wants a dolphin. Okay, aside from the fact that it takes a second for it to rotate, looks like we're doing okay. If I were to do another set of 3 here, we might be able to get them out quicker. Let's bring you here and then in. Then you like this. Oh. I want a 4-way intersection here. It looks like I'm unable to do 4 directions. So what we're going to do is push this out 1 more block. Let's put the cutter here. Grab you out to there, you into here. Delete this one. And then we can split between 2. So that should help with keeping this completely full because it can go to both different spaces. And the amount of time that it takes for them to rotate should be faster now. It does look like it's starting to keep up with them. So that should get done quicker. We are very slow with our cutting because of the rotating thing again. So what we can do is bring everything out here like they were telling us to at the start. Let's get rid of... No, let's not get rid of this. It gets rid of it anyway. Okay. So what we're going to do here is 3 cutters. This goal is now completed. So what I'm going to do is get rid of everything in here. And all these. We unlocked a milestone. So we have to click on it to unlock the stacker. Okay. This, as you can see, puts one shape on top of another. We don't have paint, so they're just using the red to show you that they're different shapes. And it also tells us that we need to put circles on top of squares. We also need to do the one corner piece of a square. So, we don't need any of the other weird shapes. So let's, for now, just bring this straight across. And we can make this go away as doing that. What I want to do is update this area. So we will grab more extractors, put them all in here. We will then cut out all this. No longer want them. We want conveyor to here. And then bring you out this way. Because you're going to go with the square circles. So they'll get backed up on that line, that's fine. Get rid of all these. We're going to bring you guys to this side, and this is where we're going to be making the corner square. So put them here. We'll grab the cutters. Put them right there. And then we need to bring them all together and separate them. 3 rows of rotators. No, hold on a second. We need to know what side they're going to cut. So it looks like they cut off the top half. So if I were to bring them straight down like this, what row do they cut? This doesn't show that it would cut anything. We do need the rotators. If we rotate it once, it gets rid of that top square. That's pretty much the same thing as what we're trying to accomplish. I think I am over complicating this though. So now it keeps the bottom one, and then we just have to rotate it a few times. Oh, only once. Nope, we need it more than once. We need it twice. And then this can go straight into our shipment. And that should be all correct. These guys are only getting slowed down once, so they're full. This is still constantly moving. These are constantly moving, but they're all getting filled up. Down here is constantly moving. Could we use having 3 of these? We may want 3 of each. Let's first change it down here. Not 2, I just want 1. Oops. Delete that guy. Bring you into here, you down here, get rid of these. Bring these like this. I don't want that there. We're going to have a cutter there. Get rid of these. Get rid of them. Rotator right here, and bring that in. That should push these out quicker. At least I thought it would. What we could do is make this even smaller. We do that, and then the rotators like this. Then we have these here. We could get rid of this entire thing. I kind of overcomplicated it just to show you guys how this is going to get done. So what we want to do is bring the belt straight across. And you want rotators in here. And then bring you straight into the belt. So after it catches up to where it should be, this should be cut and placed correctly. And it looks like it's getting backed up, so what I'm going to do is start our fourth line here. I don't want to go that way. Go this way. On the other hand, we are getting a full belt leaving this area. I don't know. What we're going to do is set up our stacker. So this means that we need to bring the circles up a level and just have the squares coming in here. So what I'm going to do is set up 4, but we're probably not going to use all 4. We will bring all the squares into here. And then this needs to go up a floor. And then it gets connected into these. And then we go back down, connect them all up, and bring them in. And that'll get this task done. And it's just a matter of time of waiting for them to get completed. But what we could do is set up a second line doing the same thing. Are they getting backed up? I think they are, but the circles aren't. Or maybe they are. They did just get backed up. Okay. Let's grab some more stackers then. I'm going to say that 8 is probably what we need. And I put these backwards. I want them this way. Apparently can't do that. I have to go down. There we go. Now, even if that's too many, they'll just fill what they can and then ignore the rest. So let's say if the squares can't all get over here, they won't fill there. Actually, to make it so they always do this right once, we'll do something that I usually do in Ani for my Atmos suits, and we will bring the line in over here and get rid of this so that they always filter in the first one that we need, which means that these have to be turned around. And for some reason you're not connected in now. Why do you not connect in? Because of this? Bring it out one more. Oh, and it got rid of right here. Okay, now it all looks correct. The new shape goal is completed, so that means we finished the squares over here. And it looks like our next task is to put each square on top of each other. So I want 2 lines of this. Do we have a blueprint thing? Let's pause. That's not blueprint. That's not what I want. We probably unlock blueprinting somewhere. Blueprint library. We can't do that yet. What can we do here? That's not what I want. I want statistics, maybe? No, that just tells us what we're making. Upgrades with T. How do we get research points? Oh, by each task we get a research point. Okay. This looks like our next one. Oh, wait. No, these are all different. These aren't the same things that we're doing here. so we will look at these in a little bit. What I want to look at is the milestone. Oh, our next milestone gets us the blueprints, it looks like. Okay, cool. So we only have to wait a little bit for this. What we're going to do now is grab all these guys. I'm going to do all 8 of them. Because what we're actually going to do is grab these guys to here. Bring them down. We're going to move all this down 1. But what I want to do is also copy it here. All these guys, whoops, are going to go here. And they're going to connect into where this is going to be moved to. So we want the outgoing belt here. I'm going to disconnect them for a moment. I'll let them sort themselves out. The next set of guys we can start now, though. So we want the cutter first. Then 1 rotator. Another cutter. 2 rotators. And that brings it out to where we're going to have it later. Okay, we can get rid of that now. And we need rotators. Oh, they should have connected straight into the belt, but they didn't. I think it's weird. Anyway, delete these. Actually, we have to delete all of them. Cutters. Rotator. Cutter. Get rid of this path. Bring this here. We're not going to use this path anymore for a little bit, unless we need it more for this. So for now, these guys are only going to be connected into each other, because we are going to stack them now. So if I go off of this line, which has 8 total, and it doesn't even look like they're going to the final one. We completed this shape goal. So I'm not sure if we need all 8. We might only need like 5. So let's start with 5 and then work our way from there. So this goes all here. You, I want to go to here, then go up and bring you in. Delete all these. And then our connection is... What did they say locked? Seems odd. Oh, we can only go in the middle. Okay. Oh, one of these isn't cut. Who didn't get cut correctly? You're all squares. You... Oh, I did 2 rotators. Okay, now they're correct. It's gonna be fine, it just won't do anything with these. So I'm just waiting to see that these match correctly. They are starting to come out right. We just have to get through all these too. This line is completed now. We might have too many of these. It might need 3 belts for 1 line, and then we continue it forward and do another 3. That'd make it quicker. But we're almost done. These are now all cut up. We just have to get rid of all these, and then we don't have to worry about it anymore. We do have them coming in. So this is the first one that's correct. There we go. So now we can ignore this for now. What we're going to look at is cutting these in half. That's all it needs. So we will bring you this way. Bring this in, delete this. What we have to do is... Oh, we don't have to just cut you, we have to rotate you as well. Okay, so we will get rid of these. Luckily, it shows us how they're going to be rotated in the image. But now that should be it for this belt. Could be wrong now. I have a feeling I'm wrong. This will be a good way for us to know if we need 3 or if we need more than 3, because this has 4 and it seems like we're just getting backed up on it. This looks like it's missing 1 now. So I have a feeling we only need 6. So if I go over here and we get rid of some of these, a whole 2 of them, I want to see if this still does the same amount of product. And what we're going to do over here is add in 1 more line. And we'll put a, oops, stacker right here. So that should fill in that 1 extra empty space that's here, and it'll be a constant stream of them going in. As soon as they catch up to it. It is a constant stream now, so it looks like 6 is what we needed. How are these guys doing? They should be a constant stream leaving this. But they're not constant right here. Or are they? No, I have a feeling I need to put 1 more of these rows in. Let's do that now. Oops, not E. Let's press R. Let's see if this helps with the line having an extra empty spot. As that's an empty spot there. I think we need 4. Maybe it's 1 space per building. So when we have 4 buildings, we have to do 4 rows of them. So this one would need 5 rows to keep up with it. But over here, it's a constant stream of them, so I don't know. I have a feeling we don't need 3. No clue. We're about halfway done both of them. So in the meantime, I'm going to have a quick snack. I'm going to turn off the camera. I'll still be here. And it looks like I can't tab out. If I go into settings. Hotkeys. Lock mouse to window. No. There we go. I can actually get out of screen. Does it pause music? Oh, it closes it on my screen. I no longer see it anymore. Anyway, turn off camera. Get the game reopened. That's why you guys saw it pause for a second. Chat, I'm back, as you can see. I was starting to get the shakes, so we're gonna have to take a break in a little bit for me to get something to eat and use the restroom. But for now, I was going to double up our 2 systems here to get this done a little bit quicker, but we're almost done while I was taking that little quick snack break. So maybe we just sit here and wait instead. Because the squares We're almost done. These guys are now 5/6 of the way there. Or 7/8, I mean. This one's almost done. 2 more. So now we have this weird looking shape. Do I have to click on all these before they go away? Complete research goals by delivering the required shapes to the vortex. You can open the research interface with T. Okay. For this, we're just going to click through. Alright, we have 2 new shapes now. So that means we unlocked blueprints? No. Oh, we're working towards it. We had to get to this point. I didn't realize that we had 3 different shapes. We had to do it before we get to there. Does that mean we could have made either one of these and got to here? Or do I have to make both? Not sure. Oh, we're gonna get something that, connects things, that seems. And space platforms for this one. Or maybe I can use the stacker to put these together with the other things. I don't know. Let's see what we have to do. This is only corners. So, if we were to rotate once, cut it, and rotate once, that would be correct for this line. But we need to rotate twice. Why are you not connected? There we go. That's the correct shape. Is there a simpler way of doing this, though? So it cuts off the left side. Comes down here, gets rotated. Comes over here, cuts off the left side. And it has to be rotated twice. There's no way for me to set what side they're cutting, right? Rotate inverse? What does that do? It just goes it goes counterclockwise instead of clockwise. Okay. This is the cutter. Which we get to designate, I think, which way it cuts. Anyway. We're gonna come back over here. Because now we have to do a different stacking situation. We need you guys in the top left corner, which would be right here. No, it's in the top left corner. We need these guys to be in the bottom right corner, which is way back here after it gets cut. So if I just delete all this and bring you into here, that should be the correct shape once it gets stacked. If I'm correct. I'm not sure if I am. And this will be the way that we test to see if the stacker works the way I think it does. So we're waiting for the first square to go in. Looks like it's going to be this bottom one. Oh, it does get put in the right spot. So now if we look at this, it should be the correct thing. But it's not, it's rotated. I wonder if it matters. Probably does matter, but I'm not sure. It is green. I know in the first game it did matter. I just don't know if the second game works that way. Oh, it does. It can be in any orientation. Okay. Then what we're going to do now is take an actual break. And I'm going to use the restroom and get something to eat. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, chat, we're back. I see that we finished our 2 shapes. So let's see what our next milestone is. We unlock blueprints, so we can copy and paste them around. And we unlock 3 shapes. There's a layer on in chat if anyone wants one. Actually, if we look at the tasks, we might want to try and complete these quickly. They don't look too difficult to do. This one's probably the easiest one. It's just squares on squares on squares. Let's do some of these. First one is circle and circle. And square on square. Pyramid. We'll start with just those. This one, it does look like we're keeping up with our lines if we do 6 stackers. So what I'm going to do is change you to being right there. You're on the wrong line. The wrong height, I mean. All these. And then what we're going to do is finish putting extractors on all these. Because what I'm going to do with them is bring them all out. And then we'll use them wherever we need. But what I'm doing with these squares is getting rid of this whole line. And I'm going to grab this circle to here. Then I'm going to grab and bring it up and into there. But I'm going to go down and move these circles to being here. And we're going to save these for later somewhere else. Okay, and then all we have to do is get rid of all this stuff. And all this. Soon it'll be circle and circle. We have to do the same thing over here, and then we also need to set up a 3 stack. So, if I grab these guys, and just delete all this, I guess. And all this, so we stop moving. Bring this to there, up 1. And this will be the point where we put the stackers. Out there. And then this one will come out to here. And go in. I actually wanted 1 stacker here. Not that way. There we go. Don't want the stacker. We go up level, we'll come up to here. That makes them the 2 tier ones. Then we'll just get rid of all this. And all this. And we will connect these guys in. Just like that. And then what we want to do is also send them up. So that we can do this. Where is the next square? Up here. We can either wait for the first task to be done and then reuse them, or we can get a third line of these guys. I think I'll just get a third line from over here. Let's put our extractors on each line. Bring them out. And then this one, I'm going to bring up this way and all the way over here. Because what we're actually going to do is move this system to being on this side. So I want 6 extractors. Not extractors, the combiners. And for this one, we'll go to here and then up. And then bring them in. And then here, we just go straight in. And we'll go to here. And then out to here. Oh, we have to go one more over. Okay. So, what we need to... Why aren't these going up? Huh, that was weird. I don't know why I didn't place it there. Okay, so what we need to do over here is... bring these this way. Go up this way. Then over. No, because that's going to put them above the other ones. We don't want them above them, we want them under it. So we actually just want these guys to go this way. And then into here. Get rid of this. And then... bunch of these. Grab you guys. Okay, this should make the triple stack, and that's the double stack. For the one that's already completed, so we actually don't need that anymore. If we go into tasks, we can unlock these for points. They unlock the next set, so all we have to do is cut them in half. And I'm going to see if we just put one single cutter here. It does make it the correct shape, so it doesn't matter what orientation they are. And I'm going to add 3, though. There we go. So now everything is green. And then we have this to make, which unlocks the next, task here. We may need to start using another circle area. Not sure. What happened here? I don't see the game anymore. Oh, I hit the Windows key by accident. Now this is not going fast at all. Why is... oh, we didn't put these belts in. That makes sense. There we go. Now they should be 1-to-1. They are about to be 1-to-1. I mean, there's no spaces in between. Never looked down the center of it. Like, you can see them extracting it with lasers. And then it just goes down there into the abyss. What is that? I don't know, I'm getting distracted. Okay, now we have a few circles over here that we could start working on this. We do have some extra squares. So what we need is a bunch of just corners and then put them together in different orientations. I'm going to bring these guys over here. And just bring them to here for now, I guess. We need to cut them twice. Put them like that. Rotate them. Cut them again. And then these are the bottom, or bottom left. So for these guys, we want to bring them down. Cut. Rotate twice, then cut again. And then bring them over, and they should be on opposite corners. But it's not showing me what it is. Oh, because it would cut the bottom. We want another rotator, and then the cutters. Now they show the opposite bottom. But they're on different sides, so we actually want to rotate this once. Okay, now they're at the correct spot. Let's grab 6 of these guys. I'm gonna have them on the bottom, these on the top. So let's bring these over here, up and in. These over here. So now they should be making the correct shape of that. And then we have to do the opposite for the squares. But before we do that, we unlocked another research point. That... Oh, I was supposed to click on this one. There is yet another square that goes on top of these guys. So, if we come down here and just copy and paste this entire thing yet again, we do have blueprints unlocked somewhere. How do I use blueprint before doing that? Just B? B brings us to the library. Control S while having a blueprint selected to have it saved here. How do we use blueprint though? But we can also increase our speeds. Swapper. Wait a minute. Do these not get unlocked by our milestones? Space platforms to go somewhere else. Oh, so we need to do these extra tasks to get the research points to then get our upgrades to unlock other things. And then this is the inputs for our supplier. We also have decorations. Oh, no, that's what I was looking at. Hey, you. Unlock, unlock. We need to cut this guy in half. We need to add circles to this one. So let's ignore this for now. That just unlocks us closer to the operator badge thing. We need another set of these for the squares. So, if I grab this belt, bring it out this way, and then back in. That makes it ready for the next thing. We'll put this here. Grab this, bring it all the way down to here, and then bring you up and in. And then the stackers. You, for some reason, do not connect in automatically, and I don't know why. Okay, now you're working. So that will be correct once these squares catch up and get over here. So, what I'm going to do next is tell you that there is an Abra in chat, which is Gen 1. Let me try and catch that. Okay. What was the next thing we're doing? Oh, we're cutting these guys in half. They are over here. We just need to rotate them once and then cut them again. And that's it. And then we have these guys, which are these with a square, which we were using for the circle, I mean. We have circles over here, so I could switch them over to that side. And use these squares to supply this. So I can have these free. I think that's what we're going to do. But I want to know how to blueprint. Can't figure it out. This? Shift 8 is the blueprint key? Or can I just copy this? Shift, then select area. Clone selection. Can I rotate it? Can. Put you there. Okay. Now we get rid of all this. Oh, didn't mean to do that. How do I get out of blueprint? I'm stuck on this. I'm stuck in the blueprint screen and I don't know how to get out of it. Select, copy, and select. Select the area with Control, with Shift, press, then Control C to copy it. And add stuff to our library later. How do I get out of this view? Oh, there we go. Okay, so you go into here, come all the way down here. And then these guys I want to delete. And then we go up, we bring these all the way in. You, for some reason, got deleted. Put you back in. So now after a little period of them not working for a minute, we should have them back and up and running. And all we have to do is move these belts around. You don't go straight in. You're the up belt. Bring you down to here, and then in. And you all the way into here. That should still make the same shape. And then we cut it in half. Oops. So now it's the bottom half, but we want to We're going to rotate this 3 times so that it's on the correct size for the circle. And then I want to copy this whole thing. And place it over here, where our circles are going to come into it. Place that there, get rid of this. And then we have to combine that with these. So let's rotate these belts this way. And then in. And then we'll go like this, bring it up 1 and over to here. You guys will go into that. And we need to put our extractors. Bring these all in. Even if we're not going to use them right away. It's not right there. Oh, not right there either. Okay, so they're going straight into the correct shape. Then they go down here. They need to be cut first. Let's get rid of all that. We'll cut them like this. I want them the other way. That puts it on the left side. It actually doubles them up. We don't want them doubled. I didn't realize that. Let's actually get rid of all of these. We just want cut circles. And then we want them rotated 3 times. Now is when we combine them, which I should have kept that thing open for. If I do Shift and then highlight this again. Oh, that didn't do it. That's Control. I'm pressing the wrong button. Let's see. And we rotate it. Yeah, we'll put it out here. Get rid of all these. Bring you guys up here into there. These down here, around, and into there. That puts them in a weird shape. Why are they on top of each other? Oh, maybe we only need to rotate it once? There we go, now it says green. Okay, now let's bring these to here, then to here, up, over, back down, and straighten. Now we finish this shape, the pyramid. Means we can accept that, and we did this one. Now we have this, which is just 2 of those put together. So where are they at? They are right here, and kind of right here. Trying to think of a different way of doing this. Because we're going to need 2 of these next to each other, and then one of them is going to be rotated twice. I can't mirror it unless I just build it all myself, so I think that's what I'm going to do instead. Let's get rid of all these. We will do this shape in a little bit, but not right now. Oops. I gotta stop pressing the spacebar. Thinking that it's gonna pause the game. Bring you down. Bring you over 5. Down. And over 6. That brings us to this point. You come to here. Then you go in. You go in down here. We're going to move these guys to right there. So that they're mirrored. Stackers. Down to here. Then we have our cutters. Rotators. Cutters again. Then I'm going to bring them out this way, up there. We are going to rotate it twice. And then this is a fold belt. So we want to go up 6. No, we want to go out, then up 6. It's 5, 6 there. Bring you to here. Up and in. Back down. Then we combine them into the correct shape and we bring them out. I want to delete that so I can place it back in. Okay. That's the correct shape. This is the correct shape for that one. And you are the pyramid, which we don't need anymore. So if I were to cut them off, they would be from over here and right here. And that's deleting the bridge. That's fine, we'll just place it back in. There'll be a little moment where we don't have the shapes going in, but that's fine. Get all this stuff. Is there a larger delete button? If I hold shift and then highlight it all. There it is, okay. Wasn't sure if I could do that earlier. I thought about it, but then never chose to do it. Okay, so we have 2 squares open, no circles over here, all the circles over here, though. Why are we going this way? Get rid of all these. Because we could... what was I thinking? We can use these circles now if we move this around. Because now that we have more space, this doesn't have to be right here. So if I were to shift and highlight all this, and then rotate it, circles go on the bottom right. So like this, and then you guys go like that. I want you out there. You go this way, but not this way anymore. And you go straight up. All this gets deleted. That still makes the correct shape. This is still making the correct shape. And now I have circles and squares open for us to do this weird funky thing. So, what I want to do first is grab one line and make the first square. It's 3 there. Rotate it once. Cut again. Save that for later. I then want to shift and copy all that to right here. Bring these guys out, but then we want to rotate it twice. Because now they're on different sides. I want that. Bring this over here. You need 6 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They actually come out to here, and then up this way. This one, on the other hand, goes to here, and then up and in. Then we go to 6 stackers. Bring that out up this way, because I need to rotate it only once, so that the circles can go into the correct spot. Okay, now I think I can copy all of this again, but just have the belts come in at different angles. If I were to highlight this entire thing, that's not the highlight button, that's control again. I go like that. And we go to... Oh wait, we can go like this. Or even better, I can go this way. That way we can work our way out. Let's go to here. We'll then bring this up to there, this up to here. And then when they come out, they make the same shape as this, but we want them rotated once. So do we actually want them rotated at all here? No, we do not. We go to here and then this way. Then we have our stackers here. And this is the way out. You go in. And you come up here. There we go. Oh, oh, I messed that belt up. You guys actually go to here, and you guys were supposed to stay where you were. I didn't realize that they were at the edge already. So we no longer need this shape anymore. We actually finished that. We do, on the other hand, need it stacked on top of itself. Or no, we need the bottom shape stacked on top of itself, on itself. Which means we need a double assembly of this. If I were to get rid of this and all of the... No. I got rid of the wrong thing by accident. Okay. Bring this out one. You go here and into there so I have the raising part. And then I want to get rid of that. Move your belts this way instead. And now I want all of this here. I want these going to the left and then going in. So this to there. Grab this to right here. Or actually I could push it up more. Let's put it to there. Get rid of this. Put that there. I'm gonna go from here into there. That's not gonna be the right shape right away. It's gonna be the previous shape. Because we need to do the same exact setup to this thing. So if we get rid of all these. And then we grab this entire belt here. Actually, no. We just need to duplicate that entire thing. If I do this... bring it down to here. Circles into there. And these guys just need to be cut. Didn't mean to get rid of that. I meant to have that there. Same with this one. Let's change that. Get rid of this. We'll have to replace this because it looks a little weird. I guess that's the same thing as this one, so never mind. I already forgot what we're doing. We are doing half squares on the right side. Let's get you as far back as I can first. You're on the bottom. I think we need this rotated 3 times. We do. And then you come out. We're going to copy this entire thing. Place it right there. Now we have 2 of those, we have 2 of these. And we just need to stack them on top of each other. So, this is going to be the bottom one. You are going to be the top one because you have to go over top anyway. And then we grab the stacker. Bring you into here. Now all we have to do is bring the squares over. Okay, that should be the correct shape. It is the correct shape, look at that. This one's finished, so we can select this, get that taken care of. So we just have weird shapes down here. This one we're already making, kind of. We just need to rotate this and stack it. Where is that shape? I pin all the ones that we need to do. Then I know what the next shape is. So this shape is 2 of these on top of each other. I want that on top of this, which is right here. So we just need to rotate the circles. We'll need to rotate. We'll rotate the squares because they're easier to get to. And then we have to switch them to being squares on top, circles on top, I mean. Let's do that now, so that there's less for me to do later on. If I bring this to here and then up this way, it will still make the same shape. It's just rotated around. And then the squares only have to be rotated once. So I will get that prepared right now. Sounds like one of them got done. Why are you saying no? Oh, we have a different shape. Awesome, 3. So we want this shape on top of a square now, and then that on top of this. Okay, I think we're just trying to progress with technology quicker than we can with this program. What I can do is cut these guys off. No, they're a double stack and then stack together. So, will we need this later on? It's this thing would stack twice. That's stacked on top of this shape. And that's it. We don't need the shape that we have. We don't need that anymore. Unless it's somewhere down here. Doesn't look like it. It looks like more complex. Oh, no, we need it right here. And this is the previous shape with another square underneath it. No, it's another circle on top of it. So we are going to keep this shape going, because we can just slap that on top of wherever our other shape is. Which is, I guess, not currently being made. We do have a green one done. Which I guess was the main task. Oh no, it's not done. It's the one that's being completed. Okay. We need this. We need it on top of a square. It can easily be done. We're going to grab 6 of these. Bring them down to here. Delete all this. Grab these squares. Bring them to here, then up and in. No, I want it the other way around. I want these guys on top. Bring that in. That should make the correct shape for the next task. This shape is this, but with the 2 corners here being squares. We might reuse this and just chop it and put it back together. That's another thing. We have this, which is just a bunch of squares put together and then taken apart. So if I grab you this way, we do our 3 cutters. We rotate you twice. No, just once, because it looks like they're cutting the bottom, the right side. Cut you again. Rotate you twice. Bring these guys down. You're gonna have to go this way. Bring these out just once, and then these get connected into these guys. That's the 3rd shape here. And we also have one that has a circle added to it, and this weird looking one that I don't know how to describe. What I should do is keep this here, but then chop off this portion. so that it stops making them. So go like this and like that. That will make this stop working. We just have to connect it back in later. What we're going to do is this shape here. I want to bring this down to here. Cut you in half, rotate you once, cut you in half again. Bring you this way. Bring this down, do the same thing, but they have to be rotated more. So you go like that, but then rotate it twice. And then what I'm going to do is E. Bring you down to here. These guys right there. Bring you this way. And in. That's the first one up here for the milestone 3 to be done. Alright. Let's see what our research is looking like. I can use them on different upgrades. What do we want? I think we want to make this quicker. So we did stacking speed and belt speed. We did not do cutting speed. We can do the first one, but not the second one. We do still have quite a lot more things to unlock, so I don't have to worry about what we're spending it on just yet. This is probably going to be the easiest one to do, just circle on top of circle. But I kind of want to get done the stuff we're doing, so this is the last one for that. That's the first task, it's almost done. And then we're doing this, which looks easy because I just stack this on top of itself. Then I grab a single circle corner piece and stack that. It should go on the bottom. And then we could do a double of this circle corner piece and put it there, and it should go where it is. If we make sure that it's in the right orientation. That's not too bad to do. That's the one research task done, so we can unlock that and get our 6 spots. If we go to upgrades, we can unlock that. Or should we have used our points to unlock these? There's a stacker for the belt. I think we should have did these first. The cutter separates and gives us both halves instead of just chopping them and deleting half of it. And one of my earbuds died. That means we're close to having the raid out. We'll go for a little bit longer. We unlocked another research. That's 1 point. Is that anything for here? No, we need more. Alright. That was everything for in these, so everything else is not needed. That's this portion. What can we reuse from this to do other things? Everything, pretty much. It's all squares and circles. We're gonna chop these off. And chop these off. And then going to carefully highlight all of it. And delete it. I don't know why the screen's going super fast all of a sudden. Oh, it's when I hold shift. Highlight all of this. Delete that. There's a corner already. For us to do this. Just to make sure what it needs next is going to be 2 circles on top of a square, then 3 circles on top. Let's first bring this out. Chop it. Rotate. Chop again. Bring it out this way. I think I could have left the belt system that was here already. Chop. Rotate. Chop. Rotate twice. Bring you up here. You guys need to go this way because I need it to go 6 tiles like that. So that we can go like this. And like this. Oh, this is the wrong way. No, it's the correct way. Okay, now we just need to do the same thing for squares. Which I think we had placed down. And then I deleted it all, instead of just rotating the stuff that we had. I rotate this way. That makes the squares in the same orientation, right? Yes. And that is what we want. We will grab these guys, bring them this way. And we'll grab you, because you go on top. I actually want these to not be there. I want them here. You go to here and then rotate this way. Then we grab our stacker. That's more than 6. And bring you into here. And my headphone died. I didn't think that they'd both die that quickly. So let me grab the headphones that are stuck on something. There we go. Another reason why I went to the earbuds, so I wouldn't be stuck on cord issues. There we go. Okay, so next milestone. Very complicated looking picture. This one is completed, which is that stacked on top of itself once more. Which requires a bunch of squares. I don't remember what this made because they're all gone. I am going to decommission this for a moment. Remind myself what this makes. It makes a 2-circle thing. Which we don't need. Put you back here. What we need is this with a square underneath, oh, and circles next to it. Is this the shape that we're looking for? It is, and we need the half circle. Which gets to make over here, right? No, it's this one. We want to grab this and bring it all the way over. Don't want you going there. We want all of them coming over to this. Up, running here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what's going to go out from here. That right here. Get rid of that. It should be making the shape. It's not saying it right here. If something is not connected, you're not connected. There we go. Now this should say the correct shape. Which is a square. Oh, the circles have to be rotated. That's easy enough. Delete you. Luckily, they only have to be rotated once. Bring you to here. Now it should be green. It is green, look at that. And you are completed. What do you need for the next unlock? You need another one of those circles on top of yourself. Where can I grab another set of circles? These guys aren't moving at all. Can I grab this entire thing and move it over? Probably. You are being used for this. This whole system over here is not being used. We could copy this, put it on this side, make these circles go that way. And grab these and bring them up here. That's what we're gonna do. I like this whole entire thing. Grab it and place it over here with enough space for us to bring the belts out. I'm gonna disconnect you and you. We'll make this one be the one that goes up to here, so that we have a connection point later on. You, on the other hand, delete that. Trying to make this look better. There we go. You go into here. You go up into here. Don't want you guys there. I want these here. So now this should be that, which it is. And then we bring it to here. Delete this. Should still be green up here. It is. And you guys up to here. And then we have to connect them into these. So this has to get moved up more. We're going to put it here. Bring you guys up to here. I'm going to delete this and this. And delete all this. Six there. This way. You're the one I'm looking for, right? Yeah. And then we go back in on ourselves. Over here is where we go up and over. This is how we get out of here. So we'll just go straight over to this. Delete all that. You go this way. You do not connect in. And these guys connect into that. That should be making the correct thing. It is, look at that. That's the next step for this. This is almost done. And that is, what, the last milestone? Yes, so after that we get space platforms to where we can go to other things and grab other types of shapes. Once we get the operator badge, we unlock more stuff to do. So I guess right now everything that we are getting points for could be into all this stuff up here. That's 60 points. How many are left to accept? I'm gonna do the math. 2, 2, 2, 6. 1, 2, 2, 6. 2, 2, 6. 2, 6. That's it. That's 41 points left to unlock. Did I do that right? 6, 2, 6, 2, 2, 6, 2, 2, 1, 6, 2, 2. Yeah, I did the math right. So this alone isn't enough to do all of these, at least for the third tier. So we should use them for this. We have a 90-degree counterclockwise rotator, which would be better than doing the 3 rotates. I'm going to unlock that. That will be in here, and it's in this one. So where do we have 3 rotate buttons? That's 1, that's 2. Would that work being here? No, because that's to rotate once, cut, and then rotate twice. Which would be a 180-degree bend, but we don't have one of those. This is also cut. And this is the same thing as this, I think. Still no 3 rotates. No. 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 I don't think anything we're using right now is 3 rotates in a row. They're all separated by a cut. Even this, it's just 1 rotate. Okay, so we're just waiting for more things to go through. Because we've used up every belt except for 2 squares. I don't think we can use squares for anything. Other than this, we could do this. Oh no, that's a double. That's a square on top of another. Okay. Oh, that's right here. We copy this and put it on the other end, and then bring them together. Oh no, we're using squares here. And this is something that is currently being used. Almost done though. That's pretty quick. So I guess we're just waiting. I'm just surprised that out of all this, we're only using 2 shapes. So we definitely aren't doing this the most efficient way. And this was using all the circles. We unlocked 1 research. Get that. Now that needs a whole nother circle on top of it to complete it. That one was right here. We have the ability to do another circle. I think we're using all the circles, so we can't. 2 belts is going into the first tier. 2 belts going into the second tier. Then this can combine with these shapes. So now every circle is being used right now to make this one shape. We'll wait it out. It's actually pretty close. We're almost at 100 left. Can I unlock anything? I have 2 points, so no. Okay. This is the 180 rotator, the same that's same as 2, which we would be able to use more than this one. And then this just turns it around. This is the same thing as a 180 rotator. Why would you need this if you have this already? Oh, it swaps! Ah, so that's the same thing as cutting both of them in half, rotating one of them 180, and then putting them back together. So if you need to use this specific shape for one thing, and then this is rotated for another thing. Okay. We have the milestone unlocked, so we have space platforms. We are now able to go to a different platform out in space, zoomed out, and bring them in. And that is the last one. We have our operator badge. And we have different tasks that we can do. Harder shapes, goals for tough second-time operators. The standard scenario is safe for everyone and recommended for first-time players. So this does have complicated shapes, but this has more complicated shapes. Well, they have little divots taken out of them? That looks very difficult to do. I have no idea what the heck this is. Let's select this one for now. What happened? Everything looks the same. I don't know what happened there. But we now have shapes that could be easier for us to do. We can just take them. And not have to cut anymore, depending on what we grab. This has 3 red, and that'll be the same as this one, right? And it looks like all the colors are not these. Can I put this on top of here and it's one of them? No. So it definitely needs a shape as part of it in order for us to extract it. What does one extractor look like? So when you have more than 4 connected to it, it unlocks the other 4 sides. Alright, and then this we can grab from here and bring it up into there. And then if we go down into here, we grab our extractors, connect them all up. I'm going to bring them like this, because what we want to do is cut them in half the correct way. If I were to rotate these, they are in half the correct way automatically. We'll bring that in. That is 2 out of 4. Would be this one. Bring you up, over, down, and in. But it's another one of milestones 4. What are the milestones looking like here? Fluids and paint? Okay. Trains. There's trains in this game now? I mean, I haven't played in a while. Color mixing. 3rd platform floor. We have 2 platform floors? Oh yeah, look at that right there. There's so much to unlock. Look at this. Final qualification. That's a ton of different things. I guess that's every opening unlocked. What about tasks? Did they change much? Oh, we have more here. Weird shapes. Shapes we're working on currently. We'll ignore all that for now. And I think I need another restroom break. Oops, didn't know that this pin message was still there. Okay, so what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna do a poll, because I am enjoying this game, and we pretty much only did what I would consider the tutorial or the prologue of the game. We didn't get into painting, and we pretty much only used the default shapes that were already here. So let's do a poll for anyone who's here. Can I type in shapes? Or am I running out of space? I think I'm running out of space. No, I'm not. Look at that. Okay, poll is up. Do we continue playing Shapes 2 on Monday, or do we end here and go back to another brick in the mall, which gets us closer to finish off this whole entire side story, which we then go and play the smaller games, like Stacklands. If nobody votes on the poll, I will do a coin flip, where heads is yes, tails is no. In the meantime, I'm going to continue doing this. So, what shape should we work on next? We have these weird looking square things missing a piece, and we have this over here, which this thing just needs one more set of circles on top of it, which is right here if we rotate it. Then we just move the belts around. Oh, somebody said yes? Okay. So we will continue playing Shapes on Monday. What I need to do is figure out how we're going to rotate this. I think... go like this, and then... keep thinking that space is pause. Delete that, delete this. Rotate you 180, so that when you come out this way, you should be the same orientation as this, which it is. And then what I want to do is delete these. Because you are now going to come up here and in this way. You're going to come out to here. In there. Delete that. Now that is the correct shape for this last one for that one tier. I have no idea what this means. It says shape code, but what? That's circle, I guess? But it's only 4 characters, so I don't know. That's the layers view and the quarter layers view. That's pretty neat. Depending on how you look at it, a little purple underneath the circles. Okay, what else can we do if I chop this off? What gets backed up? Because we only have 2 things going in now after this finishes up. I want to know what backs up here so we can reuse it somewhere else. It looks like it's just the squares, which, if I remember correctly, could be used for shape I'm not seeing anymore. Oh, that was the shape I was thinking of. So this shape needs to be stacked on top of itself. So we need to copy this entire thing and then stack it on top of it. So we need 2 squares that aren't moving. These guys aren't moving at all. Do we need this for anything? This was the weird shape, which I think was the milestone thing. And there's upgrades. We were looking at upgrades already. We don't have enough for anything else. We only have 12 pieces. What's this blue? Platform limit. Okay. Yeah, we don't need this shape anymore. We are working towards this. So we could use those squares for this. Then we have to put a circle in the corner. Which won't be too difficult. We take a circle from 2 different platforms, mix it with the half that makes the bottom portion here. And that'll complete this. And then for this one, it's the same as this bottom portion stacked on top of itself. So we need 2 circles, 2 squares. By that I mean 2 lines of circles. Unless we unlock things to make things easier. I think I need to copy this twice and bring it over here. So I'm going to highlight this entire area and delete it. Highlight this entire area and copy it instead. So this is going to be the easiest one to put together. It just goes right there. But then we want this over and rotated, which is going to be in the way of those guys. But we can just move these like this. If I delete all this, we can then bring this in together. Shift, copy this. Rotate you, bring you here. Connect this in, and then these are going to go this way now. And the in is right there. I think I'll go like this. Bring these up this way. 3, 6. And then they come out here, they go up, down, in. Why does that look weird? Oh no, that's what it was supposed to look like. So that's the next shape for that, and then afterwards it's the circle addition to it. Okay, so we have 3 going on now. Once that goes in, which it did. Then we have this weird shape. And then they all work off each other. This is probably going to be the next one we do. We complete this one thing, and then we just add circles on top of it. That's definitely going to be the next thing once we finish this. Because we already have the circles set aside for it. Actually, no, we'd need 1 more circle. This is only 3 tiers? Oh, just finished. Look at that. Upgrades. What is the most useful for us? The double rotator is what I'm going to call it. Or the splitter, instead of calling it the cutter. This splits it in half and we get both portions. Honestly, I think the cutter would be the thing that we want the most. Because right now it's cutting in half and deleting the other half. Which means we have to build twice as much as we need. We'll come get this later. We just don't need it because all it's doing with a 90-degree turn... Oh, that's what I need this for. I remembered what that was for. Anyway. We got to this point. I think this is safe enough for us to find someone to raid out to. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to a point where I don't have the grid in the background. And this is going to be our screenshot. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Twitch on Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 AM to 12:30 PM EST, and on Saturdays from 10 AM to 2 PM EST.